how you have to represent monohybrid cross by making checkboard. So now all of you understand what is monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross means crossing between two parents having contrast character or trait. Clear? So this is known as monohybrid cross. Now how will we represent? Mendel took tall plant and dwarf plant as for his experiment. So at first we have to write parental character. Parental character is here homozygous. This is not necessary to write homozygous or heterozygous in this cross, but when question is given, then you have to write. So for the tall plant, he used symbol capital T, okay, and he used capital T, and for the dwarf plant, he used a small t as a symbol. So parent is here, both parent is homozygous in nature. One is pure tall plant and second is pure dwarf plant. So how you represent it? At first you have to write parent, tall plant, then you have to write genotype. Second parent is dwarf plant. You write genotype of the dwarf plant. Crossing means cross. So in F1 generation, crossing. At the time of formation of gamete, what happened? Two types of gamete is formed in this part. In this part again two types of gamete form. What does it mean? Gametes form, but here genes are separate with each other. So gamete is formed, but genes are separate from each other due to meiosis division. So in F1 generation, how you have to represent? You make checkboard. On the top you have to write gamete for the first parent. In left hand side bottom you have to write second parent gamete's nature. Now only there is 4 possibility of the crossing for the formation of zygote, that is capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t. So 100% plant we get, that is tall plant. Mendel also told about that this is F1 generation plant and it is also known as filial generation. So Mendel also told that when the crossing takes place between the two contrast character of the parent, in F1 generation only one parent character appears, that is known as dominant trait, and this is known as law of dominance. And the character of the second parent is not appear in the F1 generation, that is called recessive trait and known as law of recessiveness. Second, he explained at the time of formation of gamete, the gene that is found in pair separate with each other, that is responsible for the parental character, and when crossing takes place at the time of union of the gamete, the nature of the gamete genotype is only carry only one gene. So this is known as law of segregation. Again, what he explained? What he explained? This is very clear that F2 generation. Now F1 generation plant genotype is this. This is F1 generation plant. So the character is here this. So in second generation, after cell pollination, what happened? Cell pollination. Again possibility of the gamete is here, port, that is TT, 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 TT. So gamete is formed here, TT, TT. Now again you make checkboard, write capital T, small t, capital T, small t for the gamete representation for the both of the parent. So what will be the result? He is surprised to see that the character of the both parent appear in F2 generation. This is known as F2 generation. So he noticed that 75% plant, tall plant, that is called tall plant. So one character of the F1 generation plant was tall, and this appear in second generation, and dwarf character that do not appear in the F1 generation now appear in the F2 generation. So what is the ratio of the tall plant and dwarf plant? That is 3:1, known as phenotype type, yeah, phenotypic ratio. So the character that appear in F2 generation is known as phenotypic trait or phenotypic ratio, but this is due to the genetic constituent of the plant, that is 1:2:1 genotypic ratio. So this is called genotypic ratio. And percentage you can write 75% is tall plant, 25% is dwarf plant. But genetic constituent is here again 25%. This is 25, this is 25, that means 50%, and this is again 25%. What does it mean? 25% pure tall plant, 50% that is homozygous, blending. What does it mean? Heterozygous plant, that means that has character of tallness and dwarfness. In next generation they will appear in 3:1 again. And 25% pure dwarf plant. So phenotypic ratio means the appeared character, that is 3:1. Genotypic ratio, that means the ratio that is due to genetic constituent, and you can say that the genetic constituent that decide the phenotypic ratio, 1:2:1. So thus you have to represent monohybrid cross. Second law, how will you find out test cross? What does it mean? Test cross means test cross means crossing between F1 generation with homozygous recessive plant. So how you can find out here? F1 generation cross with this is very helpful to know about the nature of the F1 generation plant. Like we have purple flower, we have purple flower, okay, that genetic constituent we have no idea, genetic या genotype we don't know. So how we can find out the genotype of this plant? This is very simple, that when we make cross of F1 generation plant, this is F1 generation plant, violet color, flower color is violet. So there is two possibility of the violet color. Maybe this is the pure form, that is the genetic constituent is capital P for the violet color. Maybe there is one capital P and a small p. This is F1 generation. So we have no idea about this is F1 generation or any generation. So that may be homozygous and that may be heterozygous. We have no idea about what type of this flower. So when we cross it with F1 generation recessive plant, what result will we get? So we have to find out F1 this plant nature. So now we have to cross it with the F1 generation plant. So F1 generation recessive plant. As you know, again we have to write gamete on the top of the box. For the dominant trait, we can write capital P. For recessive homozygous parent, we have to write a small p. Violet is dominant, violet, or you can say purple. Sorry. Purple is dominant trait. Okay, and white is recessive trait. Clear? So this is for the recessive trait. For purple color we use violet color, we use capital P, and white we are using a small p. Parent. I am showing you again. Parent, no idea. But color of the flower is violet. Flower is purple or violet. Okay? We have no idea. So what we can do for this? Again, the flower color is purple. So there is two possibility. And remember that for the homozygous purple color, I am using capital P, and white color I am using a small p. So this is clear that what symbol we have to use here. So I am going to clean it because of I have to write so many things in this small pad. Okay, this is not a blackboard, so this is very difficult to represent everything in this small pad. So there is two possibility. What I am telling, maybe flower is capital P, that means purple color. Maybe, what I am telling, maybe means possibility number 1. And maybe possibility number 2 is this may be heterozygous, maybe heterozygous, or any character. So maybe heterozygous, that means a capital P and a small p. So if we cross it with homozygous recessive trait, white color is homozygous recessive trait. So we have to write for this case gamete on the checkboard again. So top we have to write gamete for the first plant, and left hand side gamete for the second plant, that we are telling homozygous recessive plant. So maybe white flower, homozygous recessive flower is here white flower. So what happened, we get PP, PP, PP and PP. All flower color is here purple. So if we get 100% flower color is purple, that means definitely this plant is violet flower, homozygous dominant flower. Okay, so this result gives us homozygous dominant flower this one. Okay, again next possibility, try to see next possibility what happened. So in next possibility, see what happened, what we get, try to see. In next, if the plant is this, so we have to again arrange the sorry, okay, so for in next generation again there is second possibility. So how we can represent it, see here. So in this part, in next possibility, flower is purple and violet, possibility number 2. So what we have to do, again we have to write gametes, okay, for this. So if this is, maybe this is heterozygous, we have to write gamete on the top, and second parent gamete nature in the left hand side, that is for the white flower, it's a small p, that is homozygous recessive. So what will we get, capital P, a small p, a small p, a small p, capital P, a small p again, and again a small p, a small p. So 50% plant flower is purple and 50% is white. So if we get this result, that means definitely parent is homozygous, sorry, heterozygous. So test cross help us to find out what is the nature of the parental plant. This is very clear. Now test cross is very important to find out what is the nature of the plant. How it takes place? By crossing between the plant with homozygous recessive trait. Now I am going to explain incomplete dominance. So Corner actually, sorry, this is the exceptional law of the Mendel's law of incomplete dominance. Law of incomplete dominance. How will you understand? The flower plant, that color is actually 2. So homozygous F1 generation, you write parental generation at first. Parental generation, there are 2 types of plant. Red flower, one has red flower. So for this allele we have to represent by capital R, and cross takes place between the white flower. That allele is a small r, a small r. So at the time of formation of gamete, these alleles separate with each other. That means genes separate with each other. Again, what we get? R from this, and from this a small r. So in F1 generation, what we have to see, according to Mendel, the all plants should be red, but here red is not appear. Intermediate character appear, that is pink color flower. Pink color. So Corner observed that in some cases not dominant character appear. Dominant character appear partially in F1 generation. So that's why it is known as law of incomplete dominance or law of partial dominance. After cell pollination, what he got? Again you have to write gametes, gametes on the top, like for the capital R, small r, crossing takes place between the same kind of plant. In left hand side R and R. So again we get R, capital R, small r, R. What do you notice? That 1:2, 2:1. So this one, this one, this one, this one. So why I am telling you here, this one, this one, this one, what does it mean? Try to see. This is complete white, red flower. This is pink flower, pink, red, and this is white flower. So here genetic constituent is similar to the phenotypic constituent. So genotype and phenotype ratio is same. So this is question generally given in the exam. Suppose that if a plant, that flower gives you equal ratio, that is genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio is same, what is the name of the plant, and explain it with making checkboard or crossing. So this is very important question for the CBSE exam. And in other way it is also known as incomplete dominance. So sometimes simply question is given as explain law of incomplete dominance by giving suitable example by making checkboard. Thank you very much.